What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video I'm going to try to push to 8,000 trophies using one of the best decks in the meta, and probably my best option of deck to use in this meta, because the Archer Queen is of course my only champion that I have max, so unfortunately I'm not able to use Golden Knight decks or Skeleton King decks on top of ladder. I'm waiting till next season to get that book of books, and then I can max that Golden Knight, which should be exciting. I can play Golden Knight a lot on ladder then. You got the Royal Hogs, which are a really good win condition. Ever since the buff they got, Goblin Cage might honestly be the best building in the game right now. It's either that or the Tesla. Delivery going to be really good on defense. Earthquake to help you break through other people's buildings, which there's a lot of in this meta. So overall, really fast cycle. You're going to be able to outcycle their Royal Hog counters, which is really, really nice. So before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. But with that being said, currently 2 games away from 8,000 trophies, 262nd in the world. Haven't been grinding ladder too much the last few days because obviously there was that 20 win challenge and then also the sudden death global tournament. But now it's finally time to finally start pushing because there's only about 4 days left of the season. So let's go ahead and get into the first game. Alright guys, in a game here, go ahead and give this guy the good luck, and I guess we can just go ahead and start with a Fire Spirit at the bridge. Really safe starting play, and it applies, quite a bit of pressure for only 1 elixir. So I'm just going to go Skeletons here. Guess we can cycle a Log. He's going to have a Mother Witch, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be RG, and if it is RG, this is going to be a really good matchup for me. Regardless of if he has Fireball or Lightning, it doesn't matter, because if he has the Fireball, then my Archer Queen is going to get an absurd amount of value, where on the other hand, if he has Lightning, then that means that my Royal Hogs are going to get a ton of value. So it doesn't really matter either way, if we're being honest. So he's going to have a... I'm not really too concerned about the... Okay, that RG was very, very aggressive. I don't know if I agree with that play. I think it depends if he has Lightning or not. If he doesn't have Lightning, that was definitely not the play he wanted to be making, because that Queen and Cage just got so much value there. He only gets a little bit of damage on both lanes, and we actually have the damage lead right now because of those Royal Hogs. So I'm going to go for the Queen here just to be able to take out that Pig and that Mother Witch. And the Fisherman is, I mean, yeah, it's going to help deal with the Queen, but honestly to me it seemed like a bad use of Elixir. It's just going to kind of die, and the Queen is still going to get a shot on top of the tower. So definitely not looking too good for him. I'm going to go for a Fire Spirit here because he doesn't have his Electro Spirit in cycle, so he had to go for a Mega Minion just to counter a Fire Spirit. I mean, that shows you how obnoxious it can be sometimes if you outcycle their cheap cards. So we're going to send in Royal Hogs here, and he's going to go for Log on top of it. So Dark Prince, I mean, I will admit, is a pretty decent counter to the Royal Hogs, but I mean, it's always not, it's not going to fully counter it. The Hogs will always get a few hundred damage at least. So Delivery will be able to clean everything up there. No need to do anything else. We're just going to go ahead and cycle our Cage. And I'm thinking because he hasn't used his Fireball yet, I'm thinking he probably has a Lightning. If I had to take a guess of what spell he has, but, truthfully, we don't know for sure until he uses it, just because, either one doesn't get too much value in the matchup, so it's just hard to know. I'm going to cycle my Queen here, and I think this will tell us if he has Lightning. Like, chances are, if he has a Lightning, he'll definitely go for it. And yeah, sure enough, right as I said that, he goes for his Lightning. So now we know he's got the Lightning, which means our Royal Hogs, there's no way he can stop them. But, I mean, we can honestly just cycle Earthquakes. That's the other beauty of this deck, is because you have such a fast cycle and your defense is pretty strong, you can just get so much damage from Earthquakes. I mean, Earthquake does over... I think it does over 300 damage now, or something ridiculous like that, ever since the new level, so it's a really easy way to rack up a ton of damage. Here we can just go for a Delivery and a Log to finish off that Mother Witch and the Fisherman there, and yeah, we're looking really good here. We can go for an Earthquake to take the shield off of that Dark Prince. I'm going to go for a Queen play high up, so he's unable to Lightning both the Cage and the Queen at the same time. We're just going to go Skeletons Distract here, go for Delivery on top of everything, and yeah, we're in complete control here. It's looking like there's pretty much no way that he's going to be able to break through. He's getting some damage from the Pigs, but I was mostly referring to an RG, like it's going to be quite impossible for him to break through unless I, of course, make a mistake of some sort. So I'm going to go Delivery here, and instead of playing a Queen, what I'm actually going to do is just cycle back to another Cage, because it's a little bit... I think it's a little safer because the Lightning is not as good against it, I guess you could say. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here on top of the tower, and hopefully the Royal Hogs can put it into Earthquake range, and it looks like they will. They're actually going to... Oh, I was going to say put it in the Log range. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough, but either way, it's going to be able to get us the win. And I have to say, this guy actually did play quite well, considering I think this is the matchup the type of matchup where I almost never lose. I mean, I probably win this maybe 7 or 8 times out of 10, which really shows you it's a very favorable matchup for the Royal Hog deck, which is also why RG isn't the best in the meta. So, I actually got 3 wins in a row, 2 really easy matchups before that. This was honestly an easy matchup too. Pretty much almost majority of your matchups are going to be in your favor with this deck, just that's why it's so consistent and good in this meta. But anyway, 1 game away from 8k trophies, and I'll see you guys when we find that match, and hopefully we can get the win. Alright guys, here we go in a game here. This guy's quite, you know, a bit lower than us, so hopefully we are able to win this, or else we could get almost a -40, which would be really unfortunate. But anyway, let's see what he's using. So we're going to go ahead and cycle the log here, and I guess I'll just wait and then go for the... Okay, never mind. Wait, can we actually... Oh, I was trying to do something fancy there. Counter the barrel, but also get the king activation. And that did not work out. Alright, we gotta relax a little bit. That was not the best start to this game, to say the least. I was trying to get fancy activating the king tower off the electric spirit. But anyway, let's just relax, because this is a pretty good matchup for me. Log bait, I mean... You know, who am I kidding? You got the livery, you got Earthquake and Log. Like, this is probably one of the easiest matchups you can get for this deck. I mean, you have to make some pretty critical errors throughout the game to lose this. Just from my own experience, this has been a matchup that I've always had a pretty easy time with this deck. So we got a little bit of a dual lane push here. You can see he has to go for Valkyrie on the Royal Hogs, and then a Rocket on the Royal Hogs. I think I accidentally said a Valkyrie on the Royal Hogs, but he went for a Rocket on top of that, and then Valkyrie on the Queen. So he had to spend 10 elixir on defense, right? And the Queen already got value on my end, and the Rocket was an overcommitment. So that just showcases why this matchup is so difficult for him, because he has to overcommit so much, and it's hard for him to get damage, because I can log the Princess and then just go delivery on the barrel. So I just have, you know, the answer for pretty much everything that he's got. So I'm going to go for Fire Spirit here to pressure. He's going to go Electro Spirit, so I'm just going to log the princesses, because as I already said, I could just go for delivery on the barrel, and as long as my reaction time is good, there's no way he's going to get damage from it. Even if he tries to juke it, it's not usually going to work out for him, because he's either going to have to play it in the very front, but then I can just Fire Spirit to hit all 3, or in the very back, where, you know, the same thing, I guess, applies technically. So I'm going to go for the Queen's activation here. I guess I'm going to go Royal Hog splitting them, because 2 are going to go in the lane of the Queen, and then 2 behind that delivery. And look at the Queen there, behind the Royal Hogs, and this is looking like it's for sure going to be a good game. As I already said, this matchup is just so easy. Even after that small mistake I made at the beginning, it's like you can't even tell I made that mistake because of this massive lead we're in. I wouldn't even be surprised if he just gives up, because this is looking like it's going to be practically impossible for him at this point. See what I mean? When he plays it in the front, I can go for Fire Spirit or Skeletons to just help take it out, even if my delivery comes down a little late, so it doesn't even matter, essentially. I'm just going to go Princess here, or Log on top of the Princess, excuse me. Sorry for my commentating is not the best this video, guys. I do apologize. I'm a little bit... I am a little bit tired because I'm recording this video pretty late. I wanted to get a video out before I went to sleep. Anyway, let's not get distracted here. Let's go for a Log here on top of the barrel, and let's see what he wants to do. So we're going to go for the ability here, and then I think this time around I might just delivery on top of the Princess, because I don't even have my Log in rotation. So yeah, that was actually a really good play on his end. He's going to get a little bit of damage, but we're still maintaining such a good lead. He had to go for a negative trade on those Royal Hogs too, so we're just still in a great position. I'm not worried at all. I don't think there's really any chance he comes back unless I, you know, make a ton of mistakes. So we can just go Royal Hogs here. We just need like pretty much 3 more Earthquakes and we win the game. So he's going to go for the barrel. He just plays it normally, so delivery easily is going to come down in time. And yeah, 2 more Earthquakes, really easy. He's even going to let that connect. Alright, looks like he gave up. You know, like I said, it's practically impossible for you to lose this matchup. Just try not to make more than like 10 mistakes and you'll be fine. So, really easy. I mean, props to these guys for running log bait in this meta. I feel like log bait is like in the worst spot it's ever been. I mean, you guys can see 2 log bait games in my last 3 games I played. To be fair though, log bait has been out for like 5 years now, so you can't expect it to still be good. I think it is good that new decks, you know, emerge and older ones get weaker, because that's, I feel like, how the game should be, right? So anyway, we do make it to 8,000 trophies. That's pretty exciting. I mean, I guess I'll take a screenshot. No point in really posting because I got there really late because, as I said, 20-win challenge in the Sudden Death Global Tournament, so I didn't start pushing seriously yet. But yeah, glad to finally get 8,000, but let's keep going, see if we can get to, you know, maybe close to 8,100 by the end of the video. Alright guys, here we go. So this guy's actually lower than me, which is kind of annoying because, well, I mean, if I lose, I'm going to lose more, right? So hopefully we get a good matchup and we don't have to worry about losing, or we just play well even if it is a bad matchup. I guess we'll see. I don't know. Golem. Okay, Golem is not the best matchup, especially if they have Lightning. Same with Electro Giant. I would say Electro Giant and Golem are like some of the hardest matchups for this deck. But because it seems like he's using Golem Clone, where my Earthquake and Log are going to be good against the Skarmy, Delivery is going to be really good against the Clone, we definitely have a chance, but it's still not going to be easy. Let's just put it that way. So, I actually don't know if he's got Clone. He's got E-Barb, so this is going to be really, really interesting. I'm going to go for the Queen's ability here. It's going to help deal with the E-Barbs. I'm just going to go for a Fire Spirit to distract it, and this is looking like some really clean defense. We're going to go Delivery here. I think that Night Witch was honestly kind of bad. And you know what? It's looking like this game is going very, very well thus far. I will say, though, I thought he was using Golem Lightning, but because no one uses Golem Clone anymore, especially after the Night Witch nerf, it's so uncommon, but I guess this guy's still running it, or if it's not Golem Clone, some very weird type of Golem deck. I'm going to activate the Queen's ability here. She's going to take out this Mega Minion and get so much damage on the... Oh my gosh, guys, this is looking about as good as it could possibly be for us so far. We might even be able to 3-crown him. I mean, if he goes in for a Golem in the back, I'm definitely going for the 3-crown. Like, why wouldn't I? So I'm going to Cage here, right? And then go Royal Hogs immediately if he goes Golem in the back. Like, that's why I think he's screwed, right? I mean, he can't go Skarmy. If he does, I Earthquake. But he doesn't have... Oh, he's got Fireball in a Golem deck? Okay, well, I mean, he's actually got a small chance now because Fireball is quite good against the Royal Hogs. But great lead for us. I mean, we'll see if we can defend. I don't know if we'll be able to, but that's actually really clutch. The Queen locked on the Night Witch. It's going to make the defense so much easier. I'm not going to Cage. I know the Golemites are going to get a tiny bit of damage, but it's not going to be anything too significant. It won't even put him in the Fireball range, so he's forced to go for another Golem push, which is obviously not something he wants to do. He's going to go for the Skarmy. I'm actually going to Earthquake it, so then I can go for the Queen and take, like half of his tower, maybe even more. Nah, not more, because he does Bomber, so smart on his end to do that. Just going to cycle that and go for a Fire Spirit, and then I guess we're going to go Royal Hogs, and he's pretty much got one more chance to build up a push, and he might even have to Fireball those Royal Hogs, or... I guess not. I guess he just wants to be 3-crown, but, I will say that was about the best start to the game we could have possibly had, and so lucky he didn't have Lightning, because as I said, Golem, Lightning, and also Electro Giant, with Lightning, are very, very hard to defend, because it's so hard to always space out your Cage and the Queen. The Lightning gets so much value, but anyway, look at that, guys, 160th in the world. We climbed up so many ranks this video, won, a lot of games in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but hey, let's try to keep them coming, see if we can get to, close to 8100. Here we go. Alright, guys, here we go. Finally found a match I was searching for quite some time, so go ahead and start with the Fire Spirit here at the bridge, and see what this guy's using. So he's going to go for a Hog Rider. So unfortunately, I don't have my Cajun cycle, so we have to kind of overcommit massively on top of that, which is quite unfortunate, but I mean, at least it only gets one hit. It could be worse, and honestly, I could have logged a little earlier, and I probably would have been able to, mitigate all of the Hog hits, but I guess that's alright. So Hog is definitely not an easy matchup, especially because they have Valkyrie and the Tesla, two pretty solid counters to the Royal Hogs. And I know Logbait has Valkyrie and Tesla, and we were able to win, but the difference is the fact that the Hog Rider is just way more consistent at getting damage, and the Hog deck has Earthquake for the Goblin Cage. So it is definitely not easy, but it's certainly winnable, but it's hard. So go for Queen here, and see if he's going to pressure with a Hog. So yeah, Queen does come down. So actually, I mean, since he's got it with Queen, it's making me think it's better than Firecracker, just because it's a little bit less annoying, and my delivery's going to get quite a, lot of value on top of it, so it might not be as bad as I thought it was. Anyway, I'm going to go Delivery on top of it, and, okay, so ability does come down. I'm just going to go ahead and log it, and really aggressive Hog, I'm just going to go Cage and then Skeletons, just to make sure it doesn't get a hit, because I might have misplayed the Cage, I'm not really sure, but let's go for Fire Spirit here, just in case he wants to play Skeletons in the middle. It'll end up... It would have predicted them, but he decides to play them lower, so well played on his part. And yeah, this game is definitely not going too well because he already has some solid chip damage, and that Hog hit he got at the very, very start certainly did not help. So This is also going to be a little problematic if he decides to go for a hog behind this, which I guess, yeah, so, yeah. So pretty much it's already potentially good game, because I don't know how we're supposed to break through. He got a massive start. Part of it was a little unlucky, I think, like just in terms of cycle and stuff, but I think some of it could have been prevented, the damage, but you know, we'll see if we can come back. It's, like I said, going to be pretty hard, though. I'm going to Earthquake the Queen and then activate Queen's ability here. It's going to take out his Queen and actually get a shot on the tower, so that was huge right there. Some big-time damage. I'm going to go Cage. Does he go for the Earthquake on top of it? Maybe he doesn't, because he... Oh, wow, he does, which means now he's not going to have anything for the Hogs, and just like that, we just took the lead. Somehow, some way. I just took the lead. So that was kind of unexpected. Does he go for an Earthquake? I don't... Okay, he's actually going to Queen. That is aggressive. Alright. And doesn't go for Queen ability. I'm probably going to ignore the entirety of that Valkyrie, just because it won't take a tower on its own. And I'm also going to... Because I think, I don't know if he doesn't... Let's go! Okay, I don't know how I won that game. I might have gotten a little unlucky, but to be fair, I kind of deserved it because I got a really unlucky start. So, I'll take it. I mean, I don't think that's easy, and we got a ton of damage. By the way, I think that might have been Mugi. No, it wasn't. Sometimes I mix it up. The name looks familiar, though. That might actually, you know who that is? That probably is Miku, who is actually a friend of Mugi, another really good Japanese player. Either way, you know, both are great players. But yeah, 129th in the world now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games won in a row. And tell you guys what, let's go for one final game, and I'll see you guys when I find it. Alright guys, here we go. This is our last match against Wancho, I guess is his name. Alright, here we go. So... Don't know if he's going to do anything. If not, I'll just go ahead and cycle a log. You know, why not? See if he wants to do anything in response. You can go for a Goblin Barrel. So, it's going to be some type of log bait deck. Hopefully, it's some type of log bait deck with a building, because, of course, I got Earthquake, and, you know, it's going to get a ton of value. But it could also be, you know, potentially log bait with Rascals or Skarmy for whatever reason. So, this is going to be interesting for sure. I'm going to go for a Queen here because Skarmy's pretty good against the Queen, and he doesn't have that in cycle, so it just seems like the right time to go in for it. I'm going to go for, you know, Hogs in the opposite lane. He's going to have a Goblin Gang. So it seems like that old school log bait deck, the one that was used with Inferno and Miner, and of course we already saw the Miner, so that's definitely what it's looking like. I'm just going to log that because we... Well, I guess I'll just delivery that, and then if he goes in for a barrel, maybe I'll just go skeletons on top of it. I guess, yeah, because Fire Spirit doesn't fully take it out anymore. I think you might actually be able to go skeletons and Fire Spirit to push it, and it, like, will kill it, but I haven't mastered that interaction, so I'm not even going to try. Anyway, let's just try to relax and come back. We definitely can. I'm just going to set up a cage here. Let's just try to be a little bit more passive. We don't need to get crazy with the pressure, because I honestly feel like in this type of game, you know, once I get into double, we can just, like, hardcore spam him, but single, we gotta be a little bit more careful. I'm just gonna activate the Queen's ability here, because why not? And then I'm gonna go Royal Hogs, I think, because now he just uses Skarmy, so okay, good, he just uses Mini Horde, so now his only answer, maybe an Inferno? Yeah, there's the Inferno. So it is the deck I was thinking of that has Inferno. It's like an old school log bait deck, not really used much anymore. I'm going to go for this here, and then go for Fire Spirit just to pull it all together. And I don't even have a great answer to that Miner, so I'm just going to go in here. And, oh my gosh, Defensive Goblin Barrel. Yeah, when someone has to do that, you know they're not in a great cycle. So we're going to get tons of damage there, but we by no means, you know, won this, even though that was unfortunate he had to do that, because we're still down. I mean, look at that. He actually dealt so much damage to, you know, my tower somehow. Anyway, I'm going to go you know, delivery on top of that, and he dealt damage again, which I feel like I could have prevented if I reacted a little quicker, but Fire Spirit coming in, he is going to log, but that one pig is going to get a tiny bit of damage, and I'm actually going to go in. Oh, Minion Horde, and he kind of predicted it too, so that was actually pretty well played on his part, but look at that, they're still getting a ton of damage, and we just need to just go for a log on the tower, and we're going to get the win. I'm going to be honest, I felt like he kind of deserved to win that because I had a hard counter. He made that so close, but I'm so happy we were able to get the win. And that's going to put us, we actually make it to 8,100. I did not think I was going to make it to 8,100 by the end of the video. That is insane, guys. Flawless video. Flawless video. No losses. You know, sometimes I have videos where I don't show the losses at the beginning. I got no losses since when I started recording this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row. That's what you like to see, so I hope you guys did end up enjoying the video. Like I said, I just love this deck. I think it's so consistent, you know, doesn't have many bad matchups. Like I said, the worst matchups for this deck are going to be Electro Giant and, you know, Golem Lightning is pretty hard, but no one really uses Golem in this meta. Some people in the comments are asking me to do a Golem video. The reason why I haven't in a while, it's just so weak in the meta, but maybe I'll do one in a Grand Challenge or at the very, very beginning of ladder next season. We'll see. But yeah, that is going to be it. Make sure to like if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already, and I'll probably be doing... This is my main deck for ladder this season. I don't have, you know, the Golden Knight maxed out or all my cards, so I'm probably going to be doing, you know, a couple more ladder videos on this deck, but it's going to be the last couple days of the season, so even though I'm using the same deck, it should be still exciting for you guys to see, and then maybe I'll do another sudden death video, or, you know, maybe a Grand Challenge video. We'll see, but that's for the end of the season, the last 4 days. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.